poppin'? That's on the neighborhood, cuz. Say word. What up?
More TV.
Just wanna give out all my cash, you old.
Building, making aunties bat them lashes. Okay, I'm just fooling, let me cool it. See y'all listening? Join us as we get these big ups to black excellence. Okay. News you can use to uplift your kinfolk and them. Feed them something different than that circus act on CNN. Just enough humor so it never be your boy. So welcome, Mr. Martin. This is ethnic-ish and more.
That's for the neighborhood. There goes the neighborhood. That's for the neighborhood. There goes the neighborhood.
It's a whole vibe, and they might just slide. I'm a cool motherfucker, I don't love these hoes. I got vibes to tell, I got eggs to roll, I got seeds to plant, so please don't touch the soul. Fertilize the bull, devil can't touch the soul. I'm a cool motherfucker, I don't love these hoes. I got vibes to tell, I got eggs to roll, I got seeds to plant, so please don't touch the soul. Fertilize the bull, devil can't touch the soul. I'm a cool motherfucker, preacher wife just gave me supper, said I love her, and it's back to Funimation. I got death notes for my demons, I'm a hero to my kingdom. Get my heart, might just go dandy for no reason. I ain't a phantom, I just fathom all that nonsense I've been hearing. But that shit gon' make you drown, don't test my waters or my spirit. Seeing clearer when I smoke alone. McAllister, they wanna raid my home. But I'm a cooler stoner with vibes to sell. I got some seeds to plant. We finna raise some hell. You can't get saved by bills, cause we the principals. They see and wanna copy styles, how them stencils do. But I'm a cool motherfucker, I don't love these hoes. I got vibes to tell, I got eggs to roll, I got seeds to plant, so please don't touch the soul. Fertilize the bull, devil can't touch the soul. Mo. They don't move how we move. Oh, they ain't like me. I got the juice, high C. Even on water, I'm smooth. Ran the hood on a lot of quiches, only one of you. Like I'm off the bench, I'm doing something. Y'all gonna know every chick that I'm talking to. Cause this my life, I give it all that's left. See, that's how I rap. If I said it once, I won't say it twice. Best rap alive, ain't close, it's nice. Ain't pumping his chest with the brag and the bows. Put the pump to his chest, he in the bag with the roaches you smoke with. Damn. The devil keep changing my focus, I'm back on my ocean. Fishing for dogs in the past, I got caught in emotions. I flow with the current if I dive in the ocean. He said he don't think that we had in bars. Peel pop if you offend at all. Different artists, painted blood if I had to draw. Came to cook with crack, cause I had withdrawals. Whoa. See, we gon' watch today. I got things to say. I got things to eat. I got seeds, plenty of and they can't touch the soul.
Fuck it, let's watch some Platinum Instruments. Get some music.
I'm a cool motherfucker, I don't love these hoes. I got vibes to sell, I got eggs to roll, I got some seeds to plant, they wanna touch my soul. Fertilize the bull, devil can't touch my soul, no.
All right. The story is you and your friends went out at night on your bikes to visit your dying mother, and then another bunch of other biker hooligans called the Clowns attacked you. They hurt your friend, you lost your temper, and that's why 8 of these clowns, your attackers, are all now in the hospital. And that is the truth.
Woo! She's sure hot.
Hmm? This is confidential.
And how's your mother doing?
Huh? Fortunately, the worst is over. She cleared the hump.
She cleared the hump, huh? What next, a triathlon?
It's a cold, cold world. So much love. It's a cold, cold world. So much love.
I ain't got time for your some words. Man, it sounds so absurd. You used to speak from the heart. An incredible yet a beautiful thought. You're leaning, do mumbling, knocking, and you're stumbling. Even when the style is free, but your mind ain't got you thinking you hard in the streets, but you can't stay on beat cause you're so far gone. Cause you just a child all alone trying to write a song you didn't even write. But you took the whips and the chains for the shame, for your soul. So let's go. It's a cold, cold world. I ain't got time for your ignorance or your overplaying irrelevance. Yeah, everything sounds the same. I guess it's just a part of the game. We used to vibe to the truth. Intellectual conversations run loose. Yeah. The culture stayed real until that ill will. Now you're back out on the cotton field, but your heart they got you thinking you hard in this booth, but you ain't told the truth since you got shot. Now every line you define seems to go upon the culture's decline. But you took the grasp of the roots and not the fruit for your soul.
Yeah, it's kinda cold in this world. Chilly in my spirit, so my bones feeling froze. Mentally, December Rudolph on my nose. Could it be my brother aiming high for my soul? That's how the story goes every time we sit around. Chaos, what you spitting? How we eating right when there's pork in the kitchen? Then the labels hold you down, but they really held you down. See that money encourage bad decisions. You want us to fight and understand your rights, but you never should have gave them your masters. But them whips and chains with that ice on your brain, no wonder you broadcast for the master. Run faster, run faster. Yeah, you better run faster. You better run. The whips and them chains and that ice on your brain, no wonder you broadcast for the master.
It's a cold, cold world.
We back on another episode of Ethnic Issue More, episode number 53. Eternal Laughter. I find myself to be a funny, chuckling Negro from time to time. I call myself a fake comedian because I don't think I have the audacity to get on the stage. I say I want to do, that's one thing I want to do one time, Paz. Try to do stand-up. I think I'm hella funny. See a car pulling up. I wonder if that got something to do with us.
You want me to go check that out?
Well, yeah, you can go check that out, y'all. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Nico the Great, man. Past Master's in the Mickey Ficky building, per usual. And as always, we in this motherfucker doing our thing. I don't know if the bar cracking or if I... Oh yeah, y'all. Shout out to the Pride folks across the street that do their thing. I had to go in. I'll tell you a story. I had to go in there and get some. I tried to go in there and get some matches one time. Yeah, bro. So that was like, I really want to say maybe a month and a half ago. I was in here. I had a stressful ass day. I had a little piece of tree in this motherfucker rolled up. I'm like, fuck, I ain't got no. I told my car up. I ain't got nan lighter in that bitch. I wasn't trying to drive down the street to go buy no lighter. I'm like, man, bars, I know back in the day used to have matches in that bitch. I know you can't really smoke in them hoes, but maybe the tradition is still strong. Boy, I walk in that motherfucker, I'm like, it's just because I don't care what nobody do. Disclaimer to that, I don't care if you gay, straight, train, whatever you do is what you do. That has nothing to do with me. Long as you happy with your life, then you cool with me. But walking in that motherfucker as a straight nigga, and everybody turning their heads to you thinking like, oh, he one of us. I'm like,
nah.
I had to walk in there like, hey, you niggas got. I'm like, hey man, I'm just trying to prevent myself going down the street. Y'all wouldn't happen to have no matches. They like, no. I'm like, it's a nigga in that bitch with a whole mesh shirt on. That's when you know you somewhere where the gay niggas kick it. When you see at least one nigga with a mesh shirt on. I don't know what it is about mesh, but do your thing, y'all.
He's trying to show the nipples.
But shit, I was like, they was hella cool. I'm like, of course I ain't coming in there on no bullshit. I wonder, like,
Because
one
the
of y'all
niggas can fight.
Yeah, oh, bro, listen. I just told somebody the other day, fighting a gay nigga is a lose-lose. Because if you beat him up, motherfucker, like, bro, you tripping. Why you beating up on the gay nigga? But if that nigga put them hands on you, you can never live that down. You'll never be able to talk shit to me. Because I'm like, hold on. When that nigga was meat mopping your ass with the palm of his motherfucking wrist, how you wasn't talking to that nigga crazy. But that nigga was out, bro. I done seen the gay nigga beat the brakes off a motherfucker. I'm like, y'all better leave that nigga alone, bro. Leave that nigga alone, man. But as I was saying, it's your boy NicoThaGreat.
Man, it's the Past Master. What's up, y'all? I ain't seen y'all in a little minute.
Man, we got Past in the building. We here to do this wonderful thing. Wonderful thing we call postal podcasting. Meaning rain, sleet, or snow.
We in this house.
We're going to provide you with them wonderful news. Try to drop a couple of jewels. But be on the quest for all of those missing blues clues.
Hey, Steve.
That nigga Steve.
I'm not going to say it this week, Steve.
That nigga Steve lost on his way to rehab, man.
I'm going to take him home here, bro. Can I have a
I
quick
was
one?
going to give you one.
Hey, man, y'all know every week I normally say, fuck you, Steve, when I do this part of the show. This week I ain't going to say, fuck you, Steve, man. I'm going to say, Steve, man, I saw a post where you asked how people was doing, bro. And real talk, your boy been through some shit this year. I've been through some shit, man. Like, Steve, man, I ain't going to say fuck you no more. I'm going to find a new phrase right there. Because what you did last week, you gave people the opportunity to just say how they was doing. And right now, your boy Past Master ain't doing too good. So, I ain't going to say it this week. It still rains, sleet, or snow. But I just let you know. Sure. I appreciate you, Steve, this week. I appreciate you.
All right, bro. I seen that Steve post, and I was like, you see some good shit, you'll read through it. I'm like, hey, I feel like adults really needed this moment with our old friend. Because them comments was getting deep. Like the further and further you read, because at this point, people see other folks being vulnerable. So they don't fear being vulnerable at this moment. And I was like, damn. And always, that's like shit, bro. Everything y'all gonna always revolve back to me and being in school with kids. Because as a kid, I used to flame motherfuckers. I never flamed nobody that wasn't a part of the moment. That's bullying. You going out your way to talk about motherfuckers and shit. But I tell kids, man, I'm like, hey, bro, y'all need to have a little grace for motherfuckers. Man. Y'all gotta chill sometimes, because sometimes people do be going through shit. And y'all coming in here thinking y'all fucking funny. And it's not. And you don't know what type of night. Like, we got kids that's telling us, like, how bad they night going, man. Kids that's going through some real shit. And I just be like, man, bro, I'm blessed to never have had to go through no type of shit like that. And it just taught me how to be a little more graceful with people when I used to have a little less patience with shit.
That part.
Because you never know what people in this world are going through. So let's be kind, folks. Steve preached that to us a lot while looking for shit that he already knew where it was at in the house, but it was a show. But let's just be a little more kind out here to those in the world. That's all I got to say about that. But my brother, I got to clap. The week before that, shout out my boy Jay. What I planned on being another Let's Get In, Get Out, turned into a nice little 2-hour and change episode. It was pretty good, man.
Yeah, I got a chance to tap in with y'all a little bit while I was there. You know, so y'all seen this spot been a little empty in the last couple weeks, man. Your boy been dealing with life. So I've had an interesting last 6 months, but y'all know I lost my mom back in March, so I ain't got to rehash that or whatever. But let me tell you about my last 3 weeks, because I ain't been on the show in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because before Jay Ahmad, I wasn't there the week before that.
Yep, Jay Kazi.
Yep. So it's been a crazy 3 weeks. Y'all know my wife was pregnant. We talked about it. Our daughter came September 21st. So we have a healthy baby girl. She was born 4 pounds, so she's still a NICU baby. So we go to the hospital literally every day to visit with our little baby, and she's growing and she's doing wonderful. So keep her in your prayers. But she's good. So hopefully she'll be home sometime next week. Only for a week or so later, I lose my dad. So I lost my dad last Tuesday. When I tell you, losing both parents within 6 months has by far been the most humbling, the most devastating, probably is more the word, experience I've ever had in my life. So I got to bury my dad in the morning. I told myself I wasn't going to drink my ass off tonight, even though I'm drinking.
Shout out to the old school.
Yeah, I broke out the old school today.
Niggas going old school. Like, PSA, drink what you drink. These niggas out here making y'all buy down Julio and Henny when you want E&J VSOP. Drink what you drink.
So I'm drinking it, and with the plans of in the morning, I'm gonna eulogize my dad, which is by far one of the toughest things I've had to do ever in life. So just keep the Past Master in your prayers. For those people that follow me with Past Master's picks, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm not doing the show this week because tomorrow Wednesday, it's the funeral. Thursday I'm gonna probably have a hangover. I ain't gonna lie to you. So ain't gonna be no show this week. So after the upsets we had last week in college football, I don't need to pick anything this week.
Upsets happen? Because fucking Lincoln.
You know what? I figured we would talk about that in our random topics.
We don't talk about it. I ain't write it, but I forgot to talk about it. Shout out to the whole team, man. But
shout out to our guest this week.
I want to say shout out to our guest, Comedian Ronni Jay. I'm gonna check to see if I got a message in this time frame. I have not. So I don't know what happened with her. Prayers that everything is okay, but we always keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, hopefully somewhere she is laughing,
chuckling, and telling great jokes.
But anyway,
my favorite. Pass.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know you're not doing a show this week.
Yeah,
but I know you got a couple picks to talk about.
Yeah, so LaRon said I'm on Google Meet now.
Oh, so you're no. Don't do the Google Meet. That's just a link. I thought you lived here. Let me get you something. Hold on, LaRon. Give me 1 second. I'm finna send you an email. I didn't know you would be virtual. Usually it had the address and everything for you to come into the building. So we were prepped for that. But give me 1 second. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do while we do this, we're going to do a quick commercial break. Yeah. We're going to get Miss Comedian Ronni Jay in the building. We're going to have her come kick it with us. Let me find a good song. What's a good? I want a good mellow. Give me a little time. There we go. All right, y'all. As always, it's your boy NicoThaGreat with the wonderful
Past Master.
And we're finna take a quick commercial outbreak so we can get Miss Ronni Jay on here. Comedian Ronni Jay on here the correct way. You already know. Let's go.
Yeah. You listen to the sounds of trouble, nigga. And you know. Just thought I'd put that out there. Real nigga shit.
Trouble.
Hey.
Top back, feeling good. Gripping leather and that wood. Caddy thing, switching lane. Young rich nigga misunderstood. Might hop out that foreign car. Just might fuck me a foreign bra.
from the Himalaya. Mama taught me well. Big screens, cameras watching, paparazzi taking pictures. Got your bitch, yeah, she with me. You see the chain, how it glisten. You see no roof cause it's missing. You see this clip, it's extended. Big old Bugattis and bitches. Low riders and hidden switches. BBS be the diamonds. You see my watches, they shining. Much better cause we better. And you know it and we know it. Yeah, them haters be watching. They see me shining and grinding. Versace draped up in diamonds. This that pimpin' at its finest. Yeah.
All day, yeah, and all night. Fucking with you and getting paper, what's on my mind? You worry about me, cause I run through these streets. Both of these eyes are for you, I ain't taking these free. I hit your line and say, baby, how you doing? Can I have some of your time with me, girl? Come take a ride tonight. Cause all day and all night. Fucking with you and getting paper, what's on my mind?
Hey, watch me pulling that Cadillac, all that Range Rover, all black. Pulling up, I be stunned. Old school by the 100 rack. I be damn, that's a bag, ho. J might hop out that Jag. Switching lanes down 64. Blowing smoke, catch me riding. Hey, got a bitch and she rolling up. Just stay quiet and stay pulling up. Got that drink, it's up in my cup. You see me swerving and sipping. Don't get it twisted, it's with me, ho. Got that fine, I'm busting, ho. And I ain't missing no witness. Hey, just respect this big pippin', ho. When you see me, I be clean as fuck. Don't be tripping, don't be worried about what's in my cup. Casamigo, don't be worried about what's in my blunt. Runs black and stick, you want a sample, come and pay that ticket. It's for the low truck.
All day, yeah, and all night. Fucking with you and getting paper, what's on my mind? You worry about me, cause I run through these streets. Both of these eyes are for you, I ain't taking these free. I hit your line and say, baby, how you doing? Can I have some of your time with me, girl? Come take a ride tonight. Cause all day and all night. Fucking with you and getting paper, what's on my mind?
Hey, when you see me, I be clean as fuck. Don't be tripping, don't be worried about what's in my cup. Casamigo, don't be worried about what's in my blunt. Black and sticky, want a sample, come and pay that ticket. It's for the low truck.
Back in this motherfucking thing, y'all. We finna bring on our wonderful guest for the evening, y'all. We done got it together, y'all. We got the one comedian Ronni Jay. The can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hold on. Let me see.
Oh, you gotta do that.
Yeah, you know, I gotta do all that extra stuff.
Hold on one second. Hold on.
Okay. Oops. Ooh, I didn't want to do that.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hold on. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
She can hear us, but we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Here's
my microphone. So, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There we go. Yeah, we'll have to do it in that manner. I don't know which one of these little. Every time we come in here, they change one of these things. Get the messing with stuff and throw off our little feng shui in the building, and the damn wires want to change every other day. But y'all, we're gonna have to let's clap it up for comedian Ronni Jay in the building. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
We doing pretty good. Just getting the show started. I do apologize about all discrepancies. I thought you realized it was in person, so I figured you was
No. But it's all good.
But it's all good. We're glad to have you.
Where are you at?
Huh?
Are you in St. Louis?
Yeah, I'm in St. Louis. Yeah, North County.
Oh,
yeah.
I came from the county too. I should have stayed. I thought about staying home being virtual, but it's because I don't be wanting to come in the next day and upload the audio so it go on the thing. So I just be here. But as we getting into the show, we just talked about our past masters picks, which is when he discusses different football things. And then we're going to go into this wonderful segment we got called the Numerology Corner, where I take the number of the episode and I try to find something that I feel is meaningful behind that number. Mm-hmm. And for the number 53, it indicates that the angels are supporting you fully and helping you go through the significant changes in your life.
Mm.
So those from above are making sure, as one of my favorite gospel songs, helping to order our steps.
Okay.
Directions in which we need them to go at this point in time in our lives. So y'all take what y'all want to do with that word there. I left the collection plate at home today, but I'll make sure y'all ain't got to get no dollars this week. But past, what's pissing you off this week?
So what's pissing me off this week? Honestly, you YNs.
Who?
These young niggas.
Oh, why? You know what? These little niggas got so many abbreviations right now.
Yeah, I'm
that uncle's confused.
I'm just over it, man. Like,
so what the young niggas do?
I'm just sick of I'm sick of the rules not applying to them. The laws not applying to them.
You know, it's crazy. They do. Them one niggas just don't care.
Well, but you know, it's the same. It be the same ones complaining about the rules not applying to them, who then turn around and be like, when the rules are applied, well, man, it's not fair.
Oh yeah.
Like I know
they have it both ways.
In his high school this last weekend.
Oh, with
homecoming. You know, shout out to all those Jennings teachers and students. But when it says clearly on the ticket, no entry after 8 p.m., and your ass walk up at 8:05, hey fam, you're not getting it. And I don't care what your mama say or who your mama thinks she is.
And stop contacting Real STL News and VOTP News to make them post about y'all niggas not getting in the goddamn dance that y'all knew what time it started. Why do
because we like folks that have
a lack of accountability.
Man, I'm so sick of that lack of accountability.
And I ain't gonna say it's all black people, of course. I ain't gonna never generalize everybody in no group. But I see why these kids have a lack of accountability for shit, because you got parents that know for like, I respect the parents that be like, well, shit, we knew what time we had to be there. Like, it's our fault. Like, these are the same people who was making sure they got to the club before 11 so they could get in for free.
That part.
But you can't get your baby to the dance before. I mean, something gonna have to give that day. Especially if you know your child is an athlete, you know all the shit they got going on, whether it's cheerleading, like, you have to account for all of that, unfortunately.
That's the stuff you sign up for. If you a senior or a junior at high school and you worried about making an entrance at prom or at homecoming dance, but you a cheerleader or a football player, hey fam, you know what you signed up for.
But I had
you knew at the end of the season that there would be a football game on homecoming day. You knew that there'd be these things that you wanted to do that was going to conflict with your time. All the rest of us got to do time management.
Facts.
Yeah.
You can't get the 24-inch bus down. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can't get that.
When did a park become a bus down?
I don't know, man.
Did you know this, Miss Comedian Ronni Jay? Like, I don't know when a park became a bus.
This some new shit that they just came up with.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
When I was coming up, it was just a middle point. Now they just making them talking about bus down. The first time I heard it, I think I heard it on somebody else content or something like that. I'm like, what the hell is a bus down? And then I ended up finding out it was a middle point. I'm like, oh, middle point. Okay.
Because when I grew up, a bus down was completely different.
Yeah, it had a different meaning.
I'll be like, you got a what? I'm like, do you know? Google the def. I want you to go to Hip Hop Dictionary and look up bust down and tell me if middle part is the last thing added on there. I want to know the other options. I'd have heard of a watch in which you take down the originality of. I don't know where that motherfucker came from.
Right.
But the originality of the watch, you put all the diamonds in it. The infamous. I'm on the west side of Chicago looking for a bus down. He definitely wasn't looking for a tour guide. He was looking for a freaky individual. Of promiscuity.
She was a
by
very
choice.
freaky girl.
Bust down means a middle part, and I'm just like, when did we get here?
Yeah, I'm so, you know what? I think it hit me yesterday. I'm officially over working with kids, bro.
Bro, I'm only 2.5 years in.
I work with kids too.
What you do?
I'm a para.
Okay. I pray for y'all. Hey, y'all be
specifically with special education. So
bless your heart.
Pray for y'all.
So I'm a high school history teacher.
Ooh.
Elementary building sub.
So you and I'm sure both of you understand this. If I hear clock it and I see a kid do this,
oh my God.
I don't know if I've heard that. You know what made me the most appalled by the little boys at the school, and this may break your heart as well as a football enthusiast. I'll be playing like catch with them and shit. The little kids will catch the ball on somebody. Moss, talking about like Randy Moss. Yeah. So I asked them, I said, hey, what does Moss mean? What is Moss? I knew what it meant. Yeah. They like, that's when you catch the ball on somebody and I was like, but who is Moss? Moss is just a word. It ain't nobody. I said, what? I almost said, you niggas is tripping. I was like, hold the football.
Disrespectful.
Get in the circle. We're finna have a little powwow. Because what we're not gonna do is disrespect what I think is the greatest wide receiver.
I think I'm in my Joe Jackson era. Because I'm 2 seconds from yelling at every kid, Michael, Marlon, go get my belt.
Bro, I went off on the kid after school care today to the point I was going to put him out for the simple fact that I see him crying, and he walk up, you see his top lip busted, you see blood on his teeth. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? The way he telling the story, motherfuckers jumped on him in the bathroom. So I get the call. I ain't one of them, but let's pull to the side and talk. Mr. A finna embarrass you in front of everybody in this motherfucker. So I called the other nigga name loud as hell. I'm like, so-and-so, you did what? He like, what? He's like, he said you did. He looked all them back there was like, bro, so you just gonna lie like that? Come to find out, he telling him like, he was like, he in the bathroom, we were in the bathroom and they pushed me and I hit my mouth. So I'm getting pissed. Come to find out, no. He ran up on one of the other third graders in his class in the bathroom, talk about, let's fight. The other one, he hella chill. He like, bro, I told him, I ain't trying to fight you. Like, what you on? And he put the dude who tried to initiate it, pushed him to the ground. Well, his big brother in the 5th grade, as well as his homeboy, when them motherfucker, he's like, I pushed him up off of so-and-so. But ain't nobody starting on with him. He tried, I finally get to talking. I'm like, bro, that's the story. I'm going on. He like, yeah. I'm like, I don't care about your lip. Sit down. Suck the blood off your lip. Because you tripping. How you going to come in here and act like these niggas done jumped you in the bathroom whole time you trying to jump on a little smaller dude? And you the biggest boy in your class besides the one who shouldn't be in that motherfucker because you failed.
This
No, it's by choice. If your parent hold you back, his mama knew better. And it's a couple more. He need to go back. I think we need to take him back some grades from where he at. But it's just like, I'm like, bro, I've been teaching these little boys this, like, hey, bro, listen, I ain't y'all daddy. I can't whoop y'all. Stop lying to me in this building. I'm one of the closest things you're gonna get to your father figure in this building. As I tell my kids, you tell me the truth, whether you right or wrong, I can at least ride for you. If I know what happened, I can defend you. I'll discuss whether you was right or wrong on the back end between me and you. But if I need to advocate on your behalf, cool. You tell me you did, I find out you did some shit and I ask you lied to me, I'm snitching. And we finna walk outside as soon as your parent get there.
And we're gonna have a conversation.
We finna have a go, bro. I got a couple daddies like, hey, he wild out. Do what you need to do. I'll be looking dead next to like, you heard that right. I don't never want to touch no kid, but I want you to have in the back of your mind that your father and me have an old school way of thinking that if you act up in here and I can't get to you, this other black man, I'm finna let him deal with you the way he needs to. Because I trust him with you. These little niggas wild.
Hey, man. What's the sneaker of the week, fam?
So, my shoe of choice. I actually went home and changed clothes. I have some other shoes. I don't get to bring these out too much. These my Real Tree Air Jordan. This is Jordan's actual first shoe silhouette. It's called the Airship, but it was banned. When I was talking about the banned Jordans, because he had red and black with no white. You were supposed to have white on your shoe back in the day.
Yeah.
He had an all red and black model of this, and with a little bit of white, but it wasn't a lot. So they ended up scrapping the Airship, and then they got the Air Jordan 1, which if you look at it, you can see where a lot of the design for the Air Jordan 1 came from, with the bottom and everything. So, but this is the company Real Tree, the country folks. This is the collab they did with Jordan.
Call them the Duck Dynasty ones.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I got the Real Tree shit on. That's my favorite. One of my favorites, since we got a comedian on. One of my favorite comedians, John Witherspoon, used to say, "You got to coordinate."
Yeah, you got to coordinate.
I say that daily at school. I'll be like, I don't like what you got on. I don't know if you know about matching, baby, but you got to coordinate. We gonna have to work on this. I asked kids, what do you think matching is? My son thought it was putting the same color on. Red. I was like, you're probably your mama child, because I would never. And I'm saying the only way you're gonna wear a red shirt and red pants is if them motherfuckers came on the same hanger when you bought them. Don't just be it's the only thing you can mix match real and make it look okay is denim. And that's a far stretch because some people take it too far with it. And I'm like, all right, nigga, you're wilding. Pops is rolling because you're wilding.
Looking like a straight cowboy.
Look.
Like a rhinestone cow.
Oh, that was my shit back in the day. But that was it a Ford commercial they had that. But look, we are in what I call the season which you love.
Yes. It's homecoming season.
It's homecoming season, HBCU season. Let me show you about my shoe of choice, which just so happens to be the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Howard University.
HU,
which is a shoe that actually came out last year, but it was solely given to the athletic department people. So I'm gonna pull that up for us now just so we can look at it. I'm gonna read a little tidbit that I put together from this said article. I love the shoe. I mean, just flat out, I love the shoe just because of the colors around me. No, even though I don't have Howard nowhere on the shoe, I doubt even on the insole, but it's a good shoe. I like when Jordan 1s do the little creamish tongue. But in the upcoming holiday season of 2024, the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Howard University is set to make its debut, marking a significant moment as the first collaboration between an HBCU and Jordan brand available to the public. Initially given to Howard Bison's basketball team in 2023, the public release is a significant move for the Jordan brand. This marks the brand's debut of an HBCU shoe at retail locations. This is my favorite part about it, because Howard University was founded on my birthday. Founded on March 2nd, 1867. Howard University boasts famous alumni like Chadwick Boseman,
Baby Oil,
the Diddler. I don't want to say that nigga first name, but that man out here with a plethora of slick sauce, Taraji P. Henson. In 2020, the Jordan brand and Howard inked a 20-year deal with Michael Jordan, pledging $100 million for racial equality and social justice over a decade. The anticipated Air Jordan 1 Low initially thought to mirror the player exclusive, which that player exclusive was hella fire. It was a little more sparkly and some more shit to it. Will showcase a unique color arrangement and be devoid of branding, meaning they took the HU off of there because we just get the color.
Because where the Nike Air sign is right there,
that's
where it said Mecca.
Yeah. So they took that off because a lot of us we want to go understand that. I would have bought it still. The palette echoing the school's hues will include white, gym red, midnight navy, neutral gray, sail, and muslin. Crafted entirely from leather, the sneaker will feature a white base complemented by navy and red contrast accent. A sail midsole atop, a navy rubber outsole completes the design. So y'all see this amazing shoe, man. I love this motherfucker. They drop actually this Saturday.
I want them.
Sneakers and other retailers, but sneakers will probably be your best bet. I really need these. Shout out to also, even though I didn't put them as my sneaker of the week or anything about them, but since we had HBCU Spirit, shout out to Adidas and what they did with the collab with the
Crazy
Kobe's second shoe, the Crazy 8,
Yeah.
the low edition. They did the HBCU one. I bought Bree. I was she couldn't get through for something, like something wouldn't pop up to let her check out, so I was able to cop for her the Alabama State pair.
Honestly, in my opinion, them the best ones.
I agree.
Them the best looking ones. And don't get me wrong, I'm gonna get some of the Prairie View ones because I'm a Prairie View alum, but they not gonna get worn that much.
Yeah,
because I feel like they look like clown shoes.
Yeah, I thought hers was kind of subtle color, cool colorway.
Yeah, they purple.
Hey
black,
man,
and
listen,
yellow.
y'all. I know y'all niggas don't know too much about Lincoln, but please give us a shoe. I'll buy it. You ain't gotta make a lot of cup. Just sell it at like with the place. Jordan, come on, man. Chris Paul wore a custom Lincoln shoe in a game when he was on his little HBCU shoe.
I'm surprised nobody tried to make that. Like,
yeah, because
even in the Lincoln space, nobody tried to.
Well, no, yeah, they weren't gonna be able to make that. We ain't finna go to jail for fake shoes.
Oh yeah,
but I would have definitely. I tried to tweet him. I'll tweet him the other day, like, hey, bro, let me get them.
Hey,
you ain't gonna do no.
I ain't doing nothing but
if that. But that was our wonderful musical. Well, not musical break, but our shoe of the week. I read musical on the paper.
But we had a chance to get started before we get into these random topics. Ronni Jay, what the hell's going on with you? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, staying busy.
Okay.
Best way to be.
Facts.
So when we get to these random topics, you are a full member of this show right now. So when we get to these random topics, interrupt the shit out of us because we talkers.
I mean, y'all talking about tennis shoes. I don't know
nothing. We're gonna get into some other stuff. You may know a little bit about.
Okay, I'm gonna say because I don't know shit about I don't know nothing about that. I don't even really wear tennis shoes, but other to work or working out.
You got some Crocs?
Huh?
You got some Crocs?
No.
Hey, man,
I don't have no Crocs.
I love Crocs.
No.
Listen, the only thing you can't do with Crocs is leave them in your car in the summer.
Oh,
cause my shit be shrinking, and I can't get my foot in one of them. But I want these Harry Potter Crocs that's finna drop.
I might have to get some.
Like Gryffindor. As much as I spend on shoes, I can't bring myself to spend $70 on no motherfucking Crocs. So it's just I'll be spending $200 on shoes. I'm gonna wear them a lot, and barely that. But I can also sell them for some money. But $70 for some Crocs, I pay $70 for some Yeezy slides, and them was motherfucking worth it. But if I did cave, I want them Gryffindor boys.
I might have to look at that.
I need them Gryffindor joints.
Hey, Ronni, we thought you was coming in, so I brought you a cup. So if you take a shot when you with us, you know what I'm saying? Just
I don't even drink.
Oh well, air shot with it's water and
I mean, you can have mine.
We'll do that. So speaking of our random topic, a show I love, near and dear, I think to everyone's heart.
Yeah.
Allegedly, because I'm gonna stick with allegedly, provided us with a series finale.
Yep.
For Ghost, which is a part of the Wonderful Power series, all under that brand. Shout out to 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, whatever you want to call her.
What's her name? Courtney Kemp.
Yeah, shout out to her for the writing. Them niggas is cold. Shout out to Rick for being on there since he was 10.
Yeah.
He 20, maybe 21.
That's dope.
The last episode was fire to me.
Oh yeah,
I've watched it 3 times already.
Yeah,
I watched it back to back the first day because we ain't had nothing else to do. I'm like, put that shit back on in case I missed something. Diana, she went real Pecos kid in that bitch.
Bang bang.
Shot Anya in the back like a motherfucker.
Hey, you know what though? I'm gonna tell you, did it not give like when the original Power ended? We knew that there were going to be spinoffs. They had already kind of told us there was going to be spinoffs.
It's going to be a spinoff.
But there could at least be 2 to 3 spinoffs off that last episode.
You can go through the Tejada family.
Because I think Diana becomes Monet.
She could.
Like the way she was standing at the table, she like the head of the table.
But
now.
I think she
Roman
becomes.
Reigns.
I think he's going to combine that show with Force. Because
I can see that.
Force is about to be, when this season comes, that's supposed to be the series finale. And what I've read, which I can't say is true, but I read 50 was trying to wrap up some of these shows because he got his own studio built.
Yeah. So
and he want to do his shit in his house.
Yeah.
I don't see Stars still taking it on because come on, Stars.
Too much money.
What else is niggas watching on Stars besides Power and P Valley?
Is he gonna wrap up Raising Kanan? Because the nigga ain't seen Ghost and Tommy on there yet.
He can't because I feel like Raising Kanan still Raising Kanan. Maybe we get. I feel like Raising Kanan come back on. We'll fuck around and get another season of Raising Kanan before we get the other shit. 50, calm it, man.
Did you watch Power, Ronni Jay?
Yeah, I watched Power. I watched Raising Kanan. I watched all of that. I didn't know that 50 was about to build his own studio though.
Yeah, I heard he went Tyler Perry with that shit. So I mean, which makes sense. I'm like, we know the nigga got it.
Like there was some like disputes between him and Stars before these seasons where it was an issue between him and Stars over Power. Like they were basically trying to like cut him out.
You can't.
That don't surprise me.
First of all, Power ain't. I know that song Big Rich Town gotta be platinum.
You remember when Trey Songz fucked it up for everybody?
Boy, first of all, that's how I know that was I ain't gonna say the first time, but that was the fastest I've seen the power of the internet. Because them niggas instantly dogged him for switching Joe out. 50 changed that shit back so motherfucking fast.
He showed him up.
He's like, look, Trey, you already got paid for it, but you're not gonna have these niggas cussing at me every weekend.
Like, this ain't working. It just ain't working.
At this point, I was gonna put Keith Sweat on that bitch. Like, come on, man. Like, I was like, bruh, Joe. I'm like, no, nigga, let Joe get that check.
Hey,
Joe deserved that. He's put in enough time.
It's a good song,
right?
Speaking of Joe, this isn't a random topic, and I talked about it last week, but you weren't here. I seen a nigga on my page say Joe could beat R. Kelly in a versus.
What?
And I was like, take away how you feel about the bullshit R. Kelly has done. I don't condone that shit whatsoever.
What?
But I was like, is it crack, meth, fent? Because what would make you believe? First of all, I fuck with Joe, but I couldn't name you 20 Joe songs.
I can't name you 3 Joe songs. Maybe yes.
I want to know.
I want to know
the one song,
the Good Girl song.
The one song Case did that was actually hit Missing You. That's Joe's original song.
But to see what it didn't get, he didn't release it.
He released it in Europe. It just didn't come out here. I did say
how that even happened.
I don't know. It's like some nigga fucked up. Like, bro, we sent the CDs to the wrong people. But
see, have y'all ever watched all the Trapped in the Closet videos?
You know what's crazy?
Like,
crazy is on Saturday, I made a joke at my wife about Trapped in the Closet.
I'm finna do it.
And I literally, I just put them on and we getting dressed and we got through like 5 of them things. And she was like, you're not going to let it, you're not going to stop it. I was like, no, I'm invested again. Where's the meat?
That's how me and my family was one Thanksgiving. We set up Thanksgiving evening and watched every single, because we didn't know it was that many. And it just kept on playing and playing. And so we just kept on watching. We was like, dang.
Colors of them shit.
Pimp Lucius.
Like, so the crazy part is for me, I'm from Aurora, Illinois, which is about 45 minutes outside Chicago. And I spent a lot of time. I was like in high school when that shit was coming out. So we talking about this shit daily. Like, bro, this nigga R. Kelly tripping, bro. Like, what the fuck is he doing? And it was like, it was something we was looking forward to because every week them bitches was dropping. At one point, it was like dropping every week. And I'm sitting there like, I know this nigga weird, but this nigga's a fucking genius. Because how the fuck do you make a song that long? Same beat.
Yeah.
This nigga ain't never changed the beat. So technically this beat is like 5 hours.
Yeah.
And bro, you just kept expounding.
Like you kept the story going. It was, like
I don't see how he should have wrote that shit as a book.
He can't read.
But you can pay a nigga. He can't
you
read.
get somebody else to write it.
Look, he can't read, but how many of our kindergartners that learn how to read marched to I Believe I Can Fly? You don't need how to read. Fantasia proved you don't need to know how to read. Fantasia played Fantasia in the Fantasia movie. You don't need to know how to read. You just need to figure it out.
I don't know because she got screwed in some of her contracts when she first got.
Yeah, that part's fucked.
But you know what though? A
Like,
lot of artists get screwed in their contracts.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them that don't read.
Look
the
at
damn
the
contracts.
Saint Lunatics. So you said Ali.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you want to go into that?
I mean, we were already there.
Hey, for those, obviously everybody know this past weekend, American Music Awards, Nelly, St. Louis's own Nelly, said, fuck Maryland Heights PD. I'm gonna show y'all how I do it on the big stage. He came out and did a show. But what he did, not only did he just come out and put on a show, he literally disputed every rumor that we've heard about him for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like he brought out the Lunatics, every single one except Ali.
But you know what's crazy though? I mean, they just did the black and white ball with him. They've been on tour with him, like Ali.
But the fact that he also brought out Chingy and Jaquan, like to bring out Chingy when motherfuckers in St. Louis would literally say, you know what? Them niggas don't like each other.
Did you know they was beefing at one point?
They were beefing
with
at one
actual
point.
diss songs.
I did know that.
I found them and listened to them. Shit was crazy. Them niggas was talking Chingy low-key was talking real spicy to that nigga. I gave Chingy the one up. I was like, oh, Chingaling, I didn't know you was doing this. All right, that's what he got for that pork chop. Look, that's what he got for that pork chop.
All right, Howard, I see.
That's what happened. Nelly had a little heat though too, but I was like, all right, Chingy was talking real greasy. That's
I'm
just
gonna have to listen to those.
But the crazy thing about that though, Ali did post that picture that had all of them and like congratulated the moment. He didn't say names specifically, but he graduated. He could have blocked Nelly. That's what I would expect from him to block Nelly face out. Like,
here's my thing with Ali. Fam, what it looks like to us, and I think we all have gotten to this space now, is that you broke or you not getting the money. And you're coming after Nelly because he got it. But I don't see why he should still be taken care of.
I mean, and I agree with Nelly in that interview, like that he did out here. So shout out to What Up Though podcast.
Yeah.
They used to do that show here too. But it's like, how long do you have to carry niggas? And I mean it may not even be that. That may not even be Ali's gripe. It very well may not be, but I'm like, is your issue really with Nelly or is it with Universal?
But even that, when they signed all of them, they signed Nelly and he just happened to bring the Lunatics with him. Now, whether we want to realize it or not, Nelly is Michael Jackson in this. They brought the rest of y'all just because Michael said, "Hey, I want to keep us together."
I feel like Murphy was a close Tito. Like
Murphy, I can give you that.
Because he was the next star. Not saying Key One and them didn't have it, but like star quality.
Yeah.
Murphy Lee could have did a whole lot more than what he did.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody should be Jermaine, it would be Murphy Lee because at least he had singles and he was able to do his thing.
I just seen
but for Ali to be in this Jermaine role, it's just not what's up right now.
And I'm like,
damn, bury the beef.
But y'all knew that because y'all pushed Nelly to the forefront too, because you could tell, motherfuckers can tell when one person got it a little more than everybody else. And it's
and they ride their wave. Like,
because I'm like, when was the discrepancy? Because y'all made Free City, y'all was on Nellyville, y'all was on Sweat and Soup. So I'm like, where did the discrepancy about the country grammar shit come from? Y'all were still,
if you go back, what songs on Country Grammar were they like featured in?
I would have to look at the listing. Batter Up for sure.
Let me break out my trust.
I know Batter Up. That's all I got offhand because I don't know the album by heart.
Country Grammar.
You just don't expect your homeboy to do 10 million in an album buying day. It's a lot of niggas who ain't never did 10 million. Nelly is in a different company.
So the show was featured
like what, number 2?
Ride With Me featured City Spud. Batter Up featured Murphy Lee and Ali. Icy had Saint Lunatics. That's it. So, hell, I ain't never heard the song Icy.
I don't recall it.
I don't remember.
I've heard the whole album.
Crazy. I'm looking at Apple Music, the deluxe edition of the album. So Icy was on the like re-release.
Oh, so then I don't know.
So it's not even on the original album.
I didn't even know they did a deluxe.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Nelly. But hey, it is what it is. Hey, shout out to Murphy Lee and Q1, bro. It's hella dope. I don't know when the AMAs was recorded.
But they've come out and said that they actually want to be pulled off their lawsuit because they didn't.
Because
I was reading that earlier today. Yeah,
like how you gonna use my name in a lawsuit, fam?
Because he needed that whole name for it to make sense. Because that means everybody got to feel that way.
I have a feeling he's gonna lose in court not because he might have an actual legit.
Give that nigga $12.
No, I'm gonna tell you why I feel I was in court. Really hired Scott Rosenblum. And if anybody in St. Louis knows Scott Rosenblum,
I'll be working.
You can literally go stab a nigga, get a knife to the place, blood on your hand. Scott Rosenblum gonna get your ass off.
This holiday party,
man,
with Mega Lux, boy. Talking about money in the building. You
look
100%. Outside, it's all Lambos, Range Rovers, Escalades, and then I was getting $100 tips to do just to push a button. I was like, oh, you niggas is different up in here. I need. Man. ATL nigga, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know the nigga name, but the nigga getting charged for being a fake dentist. People, this is a PSA. Look at me in my eyes for as open as they are. Why is you letting anybody outside the dental office or an orthodontist touch your motherfucking teeth? As a nigga who had braces from the summer going into my sophomore year to October of my senior year, why would you allow a nigga who stayed down the street from you, he not going to the dental office, play with your teeth? I see the motherfucker post. I see the motherfucker post on Twitter, who doing braces? What do you mean? The orthodontist does them. Why are you not going to that gentleman? Who is it because it costs too much? That means you don't need braces. You finna let a nigga play with your teeth. I have braces. That shit hurt coming from the nigga who's good at it. I'm definitely not, and this is going in the same line of y'all people who choose to get your body done, and you go into a lady named Hempta in the motherfucking basement somewhere. Bronx.
You putting fix a flat
in your booty. And now you built like the Crimson's chin by the backside.
They built like Cardi B.
Looking a mess.
Looking like a guitar. Like it moved. She just built like some pliers.
Looking like a wisdom tooth.
Yeah, looking like it's like an attractive wisdom tooth. You like a wisdom tooth that don't need to be filled. Like you got something nice about you, but I seen when we had a party a couple months ago, and one of them came in there, and I'm like, people automatically think everybody wants them. I'm like, man, baby, that fake booty don't move me.
Hey, you know what would be crazy? Like I'd be out with my wife and we see a booty and my wife be like, so is it real? And then we had to sit there and stare at it for a minute, but stare at it without being seen staring.
Yeah, without being noticeable. Do y'all make bets on if it's real or not? Do y'all make bets? Make bets?
Yeah.
See, when somebody asks, if they gotta ask me, is it real? I say, do you get jam confused with jelly? No. So therefore, you should know the real booty. Yeah, I've seen some. Shout out to the girl in Lincoln she was the first probably BBL I seen in person. And we was going that summer. We came back, and I'm like, she walked past us now. For me to know her, I'm talking about Gumby, straight down. I'm talking about sitting in a metal chair and fuck around and slide out that motherfucker. No type of backside whatsoever. She came, I don't know who she went to, but it got to be the same person SZA went to. Because it was so naturally put together. She walked past us in the library. We like, what up? I was like, well, I know that young lady wasn't built like that last semester. What type of money was she getting over the summer? It was great. And I was like, you get a high five because you at least went and spent the money. If you're gonna do it, do it.
Yeah.
Don't half-ass it.
And don't do nothing outrageous because Nicki Minaj, like I don't know if y'all remember the music video from 5-Star Chick.
Yep.
5-Star Chick, she should have stopped there because now it looks ridiculous.
Yeah, I would if I had 2 more hands, I'd give that booty 4 thumbs down because she is the queen. She is the deluxe pliers. It's just like I'm like, man,
you know what's crazy? I think about in Black America how we used to clown Michael Jackson for getting all these nose jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in Black America either got some type of, chicks going out here getting.
It's a fad. And
I bet not find out no nigga doing this shit.
Boys, these niggas out here getting them ab etching. I'm like, boy, listen, nigga, come on, bro. You shaped like Gucci Man with a 6-pack.
Yeah, old boy, Charles, Miss Netta boyfriend, he went and got he would have had that.
I seen that shit. I'm like, bro, he look. I'll be trying not to talk about it. Miss Netta looks like William Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
Like with a if Bill Cosby played
Miss, look like Ving Rhames
and Holiday's Heart.
Holiday Heart.
Like, listen, if Bill Cosby was Miss Doubtfire, it would be Miss Netta. Like, the first time I seen this Mr. Ma'am, I was like, sir, ma'am, what you doing? And I'm like, I don't judge nobody. Do what you do because it don't affect my house nor my home. However, come on, man.
Yeah,
I'm the fuck on.
I'm in no way homophobic. I could care less what y'all doing. You're being wrong. But fam,
bro, I can't crack jokes about it though.
Like I should be able to, because I'm fat.
I'll be having good material.
I'm like this. I'm fat. So if you got fat jokes, I'm all for the fat jokes.
I don't get mad.
Like I don't get mad. Just understand. Like my boy Nico say, you got 30 seconds to get all yours off. Because after 30 seconds, I have already analyzed everything that I am going to flame your ass on.
See, and you tripped. First of all, before the 30 seconds, I've already analyzed it on the walk up before we started doing this. As good as my memory is with stuff I read off paper, my mind moves fast when it comes to talking about people. That's why I be telling these kids at school, leave Mr. A alone. Because I've been doing this before your mama thought about fucking and having you. So these jokes just fly. We got a little girl who has no hair whatsoever. I always tell her, I'm like, every time she say something, I'm like, for 18 cents a day, you too can be fed a sack of potatoes.
Not to feed the children.
No, because they think they funny. Oh, yeah. It'd be different if they ain't think they was funny. Mr. Hey, why you got a hat on? You bald head. I was like, my beard's longer than your hair. So what we really talking about here? That's how I do it. I never say it mean. I say it in that tone.
Oh yeah, I join on kids all day long. It's something I learned from.
It's actually it's a what you call it's therapeutic.
It is
because
you know what I realized that's when my students know when something's wrong with me.
If I don't flame you,
because if they walk in, I ain't got nothing funny to say. I ain't flaming them as they walk in. They're like, "What's wrong with you?" Yeah, I ain't told them they randomly asked.
So they be looking forward.
Ooh, I'll be lighting them. I
called a light-skinned girl come in today. That's what I said. She came in, her baby hair was flaking, like flying a little bit as she walked.
Ooh, no.
And I was like,
the cockatoo.
I'm like, rough morning. No. I was like, you got your lotion and your edge control? Ain't nothing wrong with my edges.
Okay.
Well, they waving at me.
Oh yeah,
I don't agree with multiple things waving at me like that. Like it feels like I got fans right now.
I had a little girl get mad at me about a year and a half ago. She would always just do shit to fuck with me, And we in the counsel's office one day. I used to have to deal with her little brother all the time because he was bad. And she got to just trying to go off on me, and I just stood there like this, like for a whole 2 minutes. She's like, "What is you looking at?" I'm like, "You know, you're not supposed to put that much gel on the edge control when you do it, because then it'll flake up, right?" And I just walked out the room. She was livid because I'm like the other big girl. She was bad as hell. She came in there one time with her hair did just like Baby D when he chased what's the name around there. And I was like, "You know, you look like Baby D." And she was like, "Who is that?" Let's have a lesson. I walked her around to the secretary. I said, "Miss Williams, can you please go on the YouTube and type in Baby D on Friday After the Next?" Well, I saw her the old scene of that nigga getting chased around the car. She hated me for weeks because every time she said something, I'm like, "You like that cookie there in the wrap? It's glistening. You know when the new snacks coming out." Her, these other two big girls, they used to be tripping. I used to call them the Gross Sisters.
I got some Gross Sisters.
I would come. They ain't know who. I was like, "Go look up the Proud Family." Y'all tell why they blue. They're ashy, just like you three. You got birds of a feather, huh? Flock the fucking together.
I got a group of girls in one of my classes. Three of them. They 3 light skinned girls. I call them light skins with voices. And they all they all was in class today, and I'm sitting there looking at them like, all 3 of y'all, huh? Forgot the lotion. Oh, you use Eucerin. Forgot that too. I'm flaming them. They was like, "Grimes." I say, "Hold on, let me stop. I gotta be careful, y'all. I know how y'all like to tussle. Y'all light skins
call them hot and yellow."
We had us a good time.
Oh yeah, I definitely
might have to make me a road trip this weekend.
Woo-hoo.
So you said earlier it's homecoming season.
Homecoming season.
It's homecoming season.
Homecoming.
With all the stuff going on in my world, shout out to watching from the hospital on tour. But shout out to one of my former students. She's in the band at Clark Atlanta University.
Okay.
She just told me, like, "Hey, they going to Central State this weekend in Ohio."
My auntie went there, so she gonna probably be there.
And I was like, I can do it. It ain't nothing but 5 hours.
Damn, if it wasn't this weekend, because Sean's birthday. Sean, I'll take Sean. Sean have been to more homecomings at Lincoln than me.
Hey,
I graduated from the motherfucker.
Hey, we can ride up there, have a good time, and ride on back.
Shit, here you go.
Ronnie, did you go to what school did you go to?
Well, I don't have a degree, so I went to school, but I didn't finish. Huh?
You from St. Louis? I gotta ask you what high school you went to.
High school. I thought you were talking about college. Y'all was talking about college. Well, freshman and sophomore year, I went to Parkway North. Junior and senior year, I went to North County Tech.
I was about to say, she said when she split them like that, "Oh, you a fighter, huh?"
I don't know. I mean, I don't fight if I have to.
She
like I can fight if I have to.
I don't be beating bitches up no more.
But,
was you a D-said kid?
Yeah, I was.
So you lived over there like in Baden or something?
So I grew up on the north side, right around the corner from Sarah Lou.
Oh shit, you close to my hood. I grew up on when I first was born, my first probably like 6-7 years of life, I lived on Kennerly and Maffitt. Or Kennerly, that's not Maffitt. Kennerly, Maffitt is the street behind us. What was that? You know where Sarah Lou and the little corner store and all them was, where St. Matthew's is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I lived on Kennerly right there. And when Belglade came into Kennerly, from our bedroom window, I could look straight down Belglade.
Yeah.
Then we moved on Margaretta. Shout out to the north side, man. Everybody got a north side experience. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
When you graduate from North, or when you graduate high school?
2002.
Oh, shit, you was right there with me too.
Yep, 2002.
Yeah, I graduated in 2000. My cousin.
I graduated 2007.
Yeah, my cousin was at Parkway North.
What's your cousin name?
His name Fanon McDaniel.
Oh yeah, was my best friend in high school.
Yeah, that's my cousin. That's my first cousin.
Yeah.
Small world.
Yeah, small ass world.
Yeah.
Man, you ready to get into this?
Hey, yeah, because I don't want to talk about Cardi being offset.
So we're gonna give y'all one more song commercial break. Then we finna hop into our interview.
Yeah.
To find a little more about comedian Ronni Jay.
Mm-hmm.
As always, it's your boy Nico the Great.
Sipping on that.
I told y'all we having one of them nights, old school drinking night.
Oh yeah, I used to drink that when I used to drink it.
Boy, Peachy Paul get you every goddamn time. Let's go. It's episode 53. Eternal Laughter.
I feel real good right now. I feel good. Put your hands up if you feel good right now. I feel good.
I feel like goddamn.
Problems don't face me. I'm the goddamn man. I feel good. I feel like goddamn God. You're with the kingdom, that's the goddamn man.
I got ink all on my body.
I keep paint all on my scars. I've been stressing about these blessings.
Something just don't add up, Lord. But I'm grateful, get debateful.
When these peons talk about class,
So I'm sleeping on their desk.
while I was skipping, chasing cash.
My mama diss me like a hippie, Papa Stone and no rule.
But see the reason why I do it here, why my kids on my soul. Why I'm lost with misdirection, but these movies get sold. Get told I race you to the top. Me and mine stay on go. I say, ooh. Goddamn, I'ma say go with this. They want me
to get my odds, to never hoe, I don't trick. Got some things that be secure, I never clench on the bag.
Give me your window, see what please.
Noise cancellation, your ass.
They wanna cancel my gin.
Cause we don't give no fucks, they steady patting our hands. We turn that goose to a duck.
You see, I'm cool with the blues.
I'm talking music, no pucks. That purple on it got me gone. I never slow the fuck up.
I feel good.
I feel like goddamn. Problems don't faze me. I'm the goddamn man. I feel good. I feel like goddamn. That's the goddamn. I feel good. I feel like goddamn. Problems don't faze me. I'm the goddamn man. I feel good. Well, all them reels we got with what's his name? Hell yeah. Over the past few days, running up, bro, out of nowhere. Dragon Ball do-rag. She get a text like where you at? Oh, he want her back. That's cool. I'm cool with that. Wake up and I see the affirmations on the mirror. Smoke by the blunt, you know, to see the vision clearer. Same thing is spirit, but these PIs gotta pay. I don't fuck with pigs, got our spirit away. And I gotta make a way, gotta play it safe, can't be falling in the trap. I ain't Mickey Mouse to these goofy niggas, but these ducks laying on their back. Then they can't get me with the paper that free. I put these niggas in the dust. I'm a street rat turned king. I'm a diamond nigga in the rough. Hey, I feel good. Hey, goddamn. Well, with the kingdom, that's the goddamn plan. I feel good. I feel like goddamn. Problems don't faze me, I'm the goddamn man. I feel good. I feel like goddamn. Problems don't faze me, I'm the goddamn man. I feel good. I feel like goddamn. Build with the kingdom, that's the God. I feel good.
She milk wasted.
If you're feeling good, yes I would. Switch how you should. Hey, turn up, and turn it on up. We back. It's the wonderful Ethnic Issue More team. I'm your boy, Nico the Great.
Man, it's the past master.
We got comedian Ronni Jay in the building. And we gotta discuss a couple things.
Yeah,
let's
talk.
So, comedian Ronni Jay, for those who don't know you, never seen your work, don't know anything about what you've been doing, let our listeners and viewers know a little about yourself and everything you got going.
So I've been doing stand-up comedy for 2 years. I started July 23rd, 2022.
Okay.
So when I started, Like the way I ended up just finally deciding to start, I was supposed to start in 2020, but we all know like the pandemic hit, everything was closing down. I had to, do my kids virtual learning. Especially with my youngest son, like it was a lot. So it was a whole lot I had to put on the back burner at that time, and postpone because my youngest son, he's on the spectrum. He's autistic. And so at that time, he was just diagnosed. So he was like in the beginning stages of his therapies with, he was doing physical therapy, he was doing occupational therapy, speech therapy, and along with that, going to the resource teacher for different things. So of course, like it's an adjustment anyway, just doing that virtual learning. But then when you put together I was having to do his IEP part of it. I really had to be really hands-on with that, which I'm glad that it happened because I got a chance to see the milestones firsthand as far as him like finally learning how to tie his shoes, finally learning how to button up his shirt. So that's how I ended up doing what I do now in special education because of what I did with him back in 2020.
Okay.
I've produced 2 of my own comedy shows. The first one I produced Mother's Day weekend 2023. And with that one, I was like a little under a year in comedy, and that show sold out. That was my first show. I jumped in like not knowing everything, but didn't nobody book me for Mother's Day for anything. So I decided to go ahead and do it, do something myself. And initially I never planned on like really putting on shows. I was fine with just getting booked or whatever. So that was in my mind, my plan was that was going to be the only show that I put on. But after that show, people like, so when's the next one? I'm like, damn, I got to do another one because the thing about it is like stand-up comedy is not an easy thing. But then you add in producing your own show, that's a whole another thing, at least we're just getting booked, you go, you do your time, that's it. Producing, that's a whole nother thing because you have to make sure that everything's in line, everybody get paid, so that you don't have people, running your name to the ground because people will talk. If you the type of person that, that's playing people on getting paid. I had my second show, Valentine's Day weekend, back in February. It was called My Funny Valentine. And that show sold out. Both shows, I had a poet and I had comedians. The Valentine's Day one, I had a singer there too. So I kind of try to mix it up to give a different vibe to it. So now, as far as like any shows that I plan on putting on, I'm already like starting to work on something big for 2025. So yeah, I'm putting that work in. It's a lot of work.
You put in a lot of work in a small amount of time, but that's how you're supposed to do when you're moving in your passion.
She kind of
it's a lot of work on and off stage. I always tell people.
At what age did you realize you were funny enough like for stand-up comedy?
I know people always told me that I should do stand-up comedy. Before I did comedy, I did poetry before I did comedy. And I had some poems that, people found funny. Like I got a particular poem that a lot of people found funny called Dick and Bubblegum. And it's like, huh?
So it's a hell of a title.
Yeah, it's called Dick and Bubblegum. And it's like when a lot of people heard that poem, they was like, you know what? They was like, your poetry is cool, but you're a comedian. And I've always been told that, but I never really thought. I'm like, well, I mean, I'm funny around people I know. I don't know if I'm like on stage funny, because I mean, I tell people it really is a difference between being funny in the break room, you know, at the barbecue cookout or whatever, than it is being on stage. Like, you really got to be on point on stage. Same thing that I be telling people as far as like content creating online. That's a whole lot different than stand up, because at least with the content creation, you know, you make a mistake, you could go back, you could edit, you could take this out, you could take that out. On stage, there's no editing. You gotta get it.
Get them.
Either you get it or you don't.
Yep, I feel that. So, where was actually the first place that you got to do stand up, and like, how was that experience? You know, kind of finally testing those waters.
Okay, so most people usually start off at open mic, but I actually started at a actual show.
Okay.
So a lady by the name, she goes by Crazy Taser Lady. At that time, she was doing, she was doing like hosting different pop-up shops and stuff like that. And she decided to do a comedy show. And so, you know, at that time, it had been heavy on my mind as far as like getting started, finally getting the ball rolling on it. And so, you know, I seen her post the flyer, and I was like, hey, you know, put me on. And she never heard anything that I did. I hadn't done anything yet. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, she went ahead and she put me on. So she was the first person to put me on the show.
Okay.
It was a cool experience. I mean, I didn't expect it to go any other way than what it did, saying that I was a beginner. You know what I'm saying? So you don't come into anything knowing everything. But it was cool for a first time experience. Yeah, that was my first show. Shout out to Crazy Taser Lady.
So what do you feel is missing from the comedy scene in St. Louis?
Let me see what's missing. I think, and a lot of people don't really agree with it, but I think what's really missing is I'm trying to think of how to word it. Like one thing I've noticed with some of these comedy shows is like it'll be mostly men on the lineup, and then they'll have like that one token woman on the lineup instead of a couple of them. I think another one that's missing as far as like people putting on shows, I think what's missing is like people like really putting in the work behind it, especially when putting on shows. Like I see a lot of people, I seen a couple of comedians do it that's try to put on shows where like they'll go on Facebook and be like, hey, I'm looking for a few comedians for my show who want to be on or whatever. To me, in my opinion, I don't think that's the greatest way to look for people to book, because then you'll have friends that think they're funny in the break room coming, put me on or whatever. And my thing about it is, if you go to open mics and you on the scene and you at open mics, like
you're gonna get put on.
You know who's funny. I mean, to me, I would think that would be the purpose of going to open mics, especially with new comedians coming out on the scene or whatever, to see what they can do. And depending on like the vibe of your show, you know what I'm saying? Like picking people that's gonna fit their vibe, or or whatever. Like I think a lot of what's missing is just people really putting in the work as far as like having something with quality. Another thing that's missing is you know, some people being willing to listen, being willing to you know, take advice that's given to them. Because, you know, you got some people, they come in new and they want to think that they know everything. And then you try to tell them some things, you know, based on experience or based on what you know so far. But a lot of times they're not really receptive.
Yeah.
Which is okay. Because it's like at this point I've done my part, you know, I try to give you some jewels and, you know, you don't do anything with it. I mean, it ain't much I could do after that. I did my part.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. So, I mean, as I was doing a little research, you know, kind of what you're doing and everything, I saw you got a show called Behind the Jokes.
Yeah.
Kind of tell us a little about that and how it came about.
Okay, so that it was never planned to become what it's becoming. So that was something I started doing where I was going live consistently on Monday, just pretty much talking about like the backstory to certain jokes of mine. And I did that because like this summer I didn't get booked that much this summer. So I was doing that as a way to just keep my face and my name, you know, out there, because I'm the type of person, I think outside the box. So I figured, okay, if I'm not getting booked, then let me find a different way or another creative way just to keep my name and face out there. So I started going live every Monday, giving the backstory to, you know, to some of my jokes that I tell on stage. And so finally, you know, I thought about it. I was like, okay, let me start bringing in other fellow comedians on the live so that they could give the backstory to, you know, to their jokes. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, it's really fun, especially because I know some people like sometimes wonder if what some of us are talking about on stage, if it's really real or if it's just something that we just wrote. And I really can't speak for anybody else, but I know, like, as for me, like everything that I write and every joke that I've told on stage, all of it is true.
Okay.
Every single thing, because I mean, it's comedy and everything, and that's a gift that a lot of comedians have, is just being able to take the most fucked up shit in life and make it funny.
I agree for real.
So, you know, you've been in the game 2 years now. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, let's see, the next 5 years, I'm hoping to because right now I do Behind the Jokes just on Facebook Live.
Okay.
You know, I go on there and then I add whatever guest or comedian that I have to my live, you know, kind of as another way to kind of build my following, and then, you know, it could build their following too also. But I'm hoping with that, within 5 years, to have it actually be like I guess a podcast type of thing.
Okay.
Or whatever. Like I could have done it now, but I'm the type of person, I don't like to just rush into things, because I want it to be done right. And if it's not done right, I don't want to do it at all. I'll pull the plug on it before I just throw anything out there.
No, I feel that there's nothing. There's no point to, like, we at the time where we don't got to rush through nothing. So it's like, take your time, pick the way you want to, then you can put it out in the manner in which you saw fit.
Mm-hmm.
So what's next for Comedian Ronni Jay?
Let's see, what's next? I know I have a show coming up on the 19th.
Okay.
On Saturday, October 19th. It's a comedy competition, which I'm competing in. It's going to be me, let me see, Sequoia, another comedian named Taji, Kyle William, comedian Tone. This show is being produced by the woman who was my guest last night on Behind the Jokes, KB.
Okay.
She's I think she said this is her first comedy show that she's actually putting on her own. So I'll be on the lineup for that. So I'm excited about that. I saw one of the comedians talking about, yeah, go ahead and write me my check or whatever. But I was like, no, I'm gonna just show up and just, show out. I ain't gotta, do all that talking shit. But yeah, that's on October 19th. And that starts at 8:00. She also have a headliner for that too. And it's hosted by Tenario Brown, which he's the winner of 2023 Helium Funniest Contest.
Okay. I've seen that name around before.
Yeah, he's hilarious. He's hilarious and he's petty as hell. Petty as fuck, I'm telling you. But then I'll be going to Joliet.
Okay, shout out to Joliet, Illinois. That's right by the crib.
Yep, going to Joliet to perform in their show on October 25th. So I've been trying to branch outside of St. Louis because like over the summer I went to Sedalia to perform. I went to Bloomington. So, I'm trying to expand my horizons outside of St. Louis, with that. But like I said, I got something big that I'm working on for 2025. I'm not going to speak on it until things are solidified, but I'm already working on 2025. Like, I don't think really.
So where can our listeners and viewers find everything Comedian Ronni Jay?
They can follow me on all platforms, Comedian Ronni Jay, RONNI. I post every single thing that I have going on from comedy shows and all of that. And also I'm doing like a community thing where I'm doing a giveaway for Thanksgiving, which I'm collecting donations for that, non-perishable food or whatever. The goal is to help feed 20 families for Thanksgiving, because the thing about it is, a lot of people being supportive, and a lot of people think that you have to wait until, you make a lot of money to give back. But I just rather start, doing it now, because people being supportive of me. So I'm going to pour it back into them, but they pour it into me.
Oh, I feel that for sure. So man, we gotta clap it up for Comedian Ronni Jay in the building. And unfortunately, usually we used to let people go right at this moment. However, you gotta come talk to the Past Master for a little bit.
Well, welcome, Comedian Ronni Jay, to the hot seat. This is like a good game of spades. You study long, study wrong. All right. This is my rapid fire. So as soon as I ask the question, give me an answer. All right.
Okay.
In Jeopardy, you ain't got all the time. All right. So here we go. Your favorite your favorite comedian right now, like your favorite current comedian.
Favorite current comedian. Was somebody that just came out, or just my favorite comedian?
Just favorite comedian.
Adele Givens.
Shout out to Adele.
Such a fucking lady.
Yeah.
One of the goats.
Your favorite comedian all time.
Favorite comedian of all time, Red Fox.
Favorite comedy movie.
Let's see, favorite. Don't Be a Menace.
Classic. Favorite food.
Let me see, my favorite food. Potatoes. Anything potatoes.
I love potatoes, nigga. Mashed potatoes, Smothered potatoes, French fries.
Man, in
I love
each and every way. Smothered potatoes.
But why you think they giving them kids that for 18 cents a day? Ain't shit you can't do with no motherfucking potato.
That's true.
Come on,
Most
man.
influential person in your life.
I would say my grandmother was. My granny was.
Okay.
If you had one wish, what would it be?
See, if I had one wish,
like Ray J,
for women to stop wearing these big ass baby hairs. I'm so ready for that style to die.
Listen, she get the horns for that because I am so sick and tired of these big thick ass baby hairs.
I hate it.
Them motherfuckers is adults.
I'm not gonna lie.
It makes the wigs look faker. It don't even like.
And the young girls. I remember when wigs was only for older women. These young girls be rocking wigs at 16.
Dude, they be 10 years old.
Them motherfucker, I'm talking about that shit be thick. I'm like, girl, your motherfucking baby hair is mature.
It's ugly. Like they put it on everything like hot sauce. Like
it's like a nigga in parsley. He gonna sprinkle that thing. That nigga done made Vienna sausages and gonna sprinkle parsley on that shit because he wanted to make him look fancy. Nah, we can't do that no.
Well, Ronni Jay, you are off the hot seat. Thank you.
We got to clap it up for comedian Ronni Jay in the building, as well as we got to clap it up for y'all ashy asses for sticking with us for another hour.
Because I looked at it, I'm like, man, y'all been tuning in.
They've been tapping in, man. We've been having good people rocking with us, man. Shout out to my folks on Twitter or X, whatever you call it. X make it sound like a porn site. So that's probably why you can open it up in the middle of the day and see a booty hole. So it doesn't surprise me whatsoever. But we got to... Next week, man, I got a dude that's coming on, man. I've met him twice. The 2 times involved me shooting videos. One for a show I produced called Connect the Dots. Shout out my nigga Riley B. And then I shot a music video, his first ever music video this past weekend, this Saturday. So I got some stuff before that I'm gonna edit that up.
Hold on. We done made it through this whole episode, nigga, and you ain't pat yourself on the back. Hey, first of all, let me go ahead and say this because my brother was gonna be modest.
Let me go
ahead and say this. It's the peach. That's what's up. Hey, y'all. First of all, hey man, give yourself a round of applause.
I give myself a little round of applause.
Shout out to my brother NicoThaGreat for becoming the official videographer of Sister Strip. And it was hot as shit on Saturday. And my mans was out there capturing all the paint.
I was fucking. Well, luckily, it was cool at first. I took the hoodie off, which I still ain't got my Ethnic More TV hoodie back, but that was free, so I ain't too sure. I ain't gonna say free because I did some video work for it. However, it was a lot. My body still hurt. That's why I know I got to get to the gym that I paid a membership for and don't show up to. But I was razzling and dazzling, bro. Once that shit get to going, that shit get to going. And that's why shout out to everybody that was there. Willie Mo, aka Pretty Willie. Fucking Murphy Lee Keywan, Shy K, who always give me these opportunities. My second year working with Sister Strip. First time I did videography just for her. But he liked my video more than the person that actually did a video. We got booked for it. So mine was just a little short, 60 seconds worth. So I'm finna do my little razzly dazzly. Hopefully he love what I do as I'm wrapping up other projects before then. But it was a dope opportunity to be the main person to be doing it.
Hey, bro.
So
as I say it in private, I say it in public, brother. I'm proud of you.
I appreciate you, my brother, man.
Hey,
I'm out here working, man, for a purpose, man. But yeah, man, my boy Gutter is real. He is a rapper, man, out of here in the Lou. Got a story behind him. He gonna come chop it up, probably bring the missus in. We're gonna have a good time next week,
bring
man.
The missus in. Hell, I might bring my missus with me too.
We're gonna kick it. Let's do our thing, man.
Comedian Ronni Jay, hey, send me the flyer, man. I love the support. So make sure that we tap in so that way I can come to an event, come to one of your shows. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing better. To me, I think every teacher, every person who works in education is literally one stage away from becoming a comedian. Because all we got to do is talk about what happens in our building.
Boy, listen.
Abbott Elementary.
My job. I mean, I've said it before my whole life. I always call myself a fake comedian because I don't play with that. People get on stage and do that shit for real. I'm hella funny. I don't know if I'm staying on stage for.
I'm situational.
But I have not met a motherfucker that do not be dying laughing at me. So one day, that's my bucket list. It don't gotta go nowhere, but I'm gonna go to somebody open mic, or I'm gonna go to like some shit at the Helium Club when they doing regular people. I'm gonna go up on that motherfucker, and if niggas don't laugh, I'm just gonna start flaming the people in the crowd. So the choice is really yours at that point. Either you're gonna fucking laugh with me, or you're gonna find out you didn't know I could talk about you in 25 different ways before you make it back to your car. So we're just gonna do that how they want to do that, man. But we gotta once again clap it up for the wonderful comedian Ronni Jay coming to kick it with us this evening. As always, I'm your boy NicoThaGreat, and we do this wonderful thing called Postal Podcasting, meaning rain, sleet, or snow. We're gonna provide you with the wonderful news. Try to drop a couple of the Jews, and I'll be still trying to locate all the missing Blues Clues that nigga Steve lost on his way to rehab.
Hey, Steve.
Shout out to
Next
Steve.
week, honestly, I thought about it. I've had some time. Nepal is talking to me now. Next week, it's back there.
Fuck you, Steve.
It's back there next week.
You left us, man, in a trial time in our life.
Yeah.
We really needed you, bro. I heard you went to rehab. I don't think the dog should have had you fucked up like that, but it is what it is.
And Blue, just so you know, hey, we didn't expect you to be one of them letters in the rainbow.
Was Blue a stud? Because I always thought it was a boy, but then they told me it was a girl, but they passed it off like it was a boy. So
yeah, no, it was a boy.
No, it's supposed to be a girl.
Blue's a girl.
A girl dog. So that's why I think Blue a stud.
Damn.
When I found out, it fucked my childhood up. I'm like,
yeah,
I've been saying this little boy dog the whole time, and this nigga been a woman.
Man, they could have just kept on letting us.
Boosie said
it was a boy,
but I can't say it or they gonna cancel
that part.
But I appreciate y'all asses kicking with us. We finna get up off this thing. Shout out to the wonderful comedian Ronni Jay for kicking with us. We appreciate you being on here tonight. We hope you have a great evening. And you're more than welcome to always come back and kick with the Ethnic Issue More fam.
Hey, see y'all next week.
And thank you for having me.
You know it. We appreciate y'all. Appreciate you being on. We finna keep doing our razzle dazzle, doing our thing. I'm about to wrap this shit up. The Paul Mason, he's a Mason, but I'm gonna call him a Mason. He's doing his thing, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm about to get up out this motherfucker. You know it.